This will be a little bit of a longer video this morning. I am working on a Nebraska Cornhusker Go Big Red Lone Star wall hang that I've made for a friend. And I'm down to the last white block here to quilt. So I have huskers here, there's a star in the triangle, and here is an ear of corn. But the light is washing the fabric and thread out. The only light that is on in the room is my hall light. So I'm going to turn the light off. And what I have are two of these Max Force lights. They turn on with a row of LEDs here. When you turn it on again, then you have this whole bar of LED lights. There's a hook, and I'm working with two of them. I have them on my handles, one on each side of the machine head. And this way I can then get definition by the shadows that they're creating with the indirect light. So hopefully you can see that a little bit better here. Let me Now what I'm doing is called faux trapunto, because I have two layers of batting, but I have not cut away the background batting. I'm just going to nail this down with quilting, and that's what I've done here. So hopefully the light will help. This indirect light will help so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to go ahead and pull my thread up. And on here, hopefully you can see where I have done all my stitching. So this will not be stitched. This is all going to be nice and poofy in here. I'm just going to be nailing all the background. And I'm not going to quilt all of that for you on here, but I will do a section so that you can see the process. I will be working in non-stitch regulated mode. The only time I use stitch regulator is when I'm doing ruler work. I will be doing small feathers, a little bit of onion peel, and some McTavishing. So really what I'm doing is scribbling. Okay, here I go. When I was in high school, we had an art class, and one thing that we did was we did some really tight scribbling, meandering, and the one thing that really sticks in my mind from that is my art teacher always said, never get yourself boxed into a corner that you can't get out of. So you're always trying to think a little bit ahead. So here I have just a small section to quilt. A lot of times I'll work this area and work out, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to backtrack. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to do this fill and then work my way around, because I don't want to have to come back down in here. If I did, then I would just do stitch in the ditch, which this has already been done. Everything has been anchored down. And if you cross over stitching when you're doing something like this, don't worry about it, because everything is so small that no one is going to notice. And the one thing is, if you do cross over once, do it again. Once is a mistake. The second time, third time, then that's part of your design. So I just keep changing my direction with my curving. The big thing is, don't overthink it, just do it. And while I'm doing this really tiny stitching, this is easy to do in large quilting as well. So I hope you can see what was done here. Let's see if I can try and get rid of some shadow. So this is a nice fill. It's a little bit, gives a little more definition, a little more variety than just doing stippling, which I have done a lot of when I've done these Lone Stars. I love doing these Lone Stars because there's so much variation that you can do with them to make them personal. Well, I hope you found this helpful and intriguing. If you have any comments, please leave them, or any questions, please ask. Thank you.